Mm-hmm.
All right. Welcome to another Crossroads podcast, number 73. I'm your boy, Jake Ryan.
And I'm your man, James LaFountain.
You are the man,
Yep, the only man.
the only man that really matters.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, it's like I once had this idea that, uh for like a movie or something that's like about a guy that is like if he dies, then everything dies. Like the whole universe and
Wow,
reality will just like cease to exist.
that freaks me out.
Yeah. It goes into that like main character syndrome where people are like, I'm the only real one.
Right.
But
I've thought of that. Like, I mean, how do you really know? You can't know.
you don't,
Like,
you know.
you know,
You know, I know I know, you know. I don't know.
that's what fucking salvia made me feel like. God damn it, my eyes watering. Um, yeah, like, because it's such a trip that like when you come back to reality, reality seems like an illusion, like fucking
Yeah.
just way fake.
Yeah. It seems like plugging into like an online multiplayer game or
Yep,
something.
yep.
Yeah. Well, I'll let your eye dry up and I'll hit this
Dude, I was fucking my allergies were kicking my ass yesterday at work, and I was just like my eye would not stop watering.
Oh man, I wonder what's going on. Just allergies like in
Yeah.
the winter?
I mean, it's more like sinus type shit.
From
Not
what?
really.
The dust in the air?
I mean, it's probably that, but like just sinus type shit too. God damn it.
Well,
Now
I'll
all
hit
these
the intro and maybe you'll
all
heal up.
right.
Hopefully. I mean,
I'm healing up.
heal up, my brother.
I just gotta cry it out real quick.
Dude, just let the tears flow.
All
Let the
right.
tears flow. All right.
I'll just be over here crying.
Just cry it out.
There's a place where deals are made and legends are born. You boys know what to do. Sure, we know what to do. And that is not to let the devil know anything.
I,
Damn.
I went down to the crossroads and got some dust in my eye.
I can't go to the crossroads, man. I'm allergic. I'm
Yeah,
allergic to
dude.
all the dust.
You don't want to go down there anyways.
No, dude, I'm surprised I'm surprised I could even work at this job because I'm always having like sinus issues and shit.
Hmm.
But just the amount of sawdust that's like in my face and I'm like breathing in all day.
Right.
Um, I don't know. I think I'm kind of catching a little bit of cold. Kind of woke up with like you could just
Sniffles.
yeah, but you could just feel it when it's the cold, like it's just
You
like
got a
oh,
bad case of the sniffles.
got a bad case of the cries and
Oh,
the sniffles.
if you got a bad case of the cries, you just need to let the tears flow, my man.
I mean,
I haven't been crying that much since I got sober.
yeah, I don't know. I I'll just like randomly cry.
Like, you'll look at the sunset and cry, or you'll just be like taking a
Yeah,
shit. I'm just kidding. Like,
Yeah, no.
oh god.
I mean, a lot of times it'll be like a video or like a movie or something. I'll cry at some shit, you know.
Yeah, I
Even if
mean,
it's like meant to be all,
emotional.
yeah, it's got like the music behind it and shit.
Like
But
what? Anything good recently?
man, what? I almost cried to something fucking today, I think. It was about, I think it was just a commercial, but it was for adoption.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Was it the kids with the cleft lips?
No, it was just like this, it was like a story of this dad preparing to adopt this kid, you know, and he's like trying to learn how to skateboard.
Oh,
So it just shows this montage of him like eating shit, and then at the end he meets the girl and he's like, oh hey, I skate too. He's like,
he meets the girl.
yeah, that he's adopting.
Oh, wow. Yeah, dude, it's always those ones or like the dogs. It's like, send your money in to take care of these poor animals.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. Fuck those animals. No.
Oh shit. No, my homie at work, my cousin was like, one of my other cousins, his dog like took a dump in the house we're working on. It's a
Mhm.
new house, so there's no carpet or nothing.
Right.
And he'll get pretty upset at his dog, and I hear his dog in there like whimpering and "Arr." I feel
Mhm.
so bad.
What is he like, spanking his dog or something?
I don't know.
Beating on him?
Yeah, something. But I just feel so bad for dogs. Like, I mean, I'll give my dog a spanking sometimes. Like
Right.
on the butt, like, what are you doing? You need to stop that.
You got a bigger dog though, like
And he's got a
I'm
big dog. His dog's a Rottweiler.
yeah, that's what I'm saying though. I mean, I'm not saying like beat on your dog, but like if you got a big dog and you like smack it on its butt like that,
Yeah.
you know,
But when you start getting like really aggressive with the dog, like around
yeah.
the neck or the face,
Or any other thing like
kicking him,
kicking or punching or that's like so
it's
fucked
gonna
up.
make an aggressive dog, I think. Like,
Just fucked up, dude. It's like
and sometimes I was thinking, I'm like, he's like, my dog just keeps on taking craps all over, go to somebody's house, he'll take a dump. Part of me is like, maybe he's doing it to like piss you off.
for sure.
And of course, he might be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get beat after this," but I don't know. I don't know how a dog thinks really, but
Yeah, I don't think they really think ahead like that. I mean, they say
no.
the smartest dogs are like it's like a 4 or like 5 year old max.
And that's what I have to remind myself. Even well, if I get home from work and my dog is like jumping up on me, lick my face,
Just deck it. Get the fuck up.
exactly, give it a good judo chop.
What did I say? Don't you remember?
Get in the kennel. No,
Yeah. I
no,
mean,
but if he'd be like chewing on stuffed animals and my kids or nibbling pillows and blankets, I'm like, dude, you better stop that, or you're gonna get in the kennel. You got bones, you got toys.
the thing is like, yeah, like you're saying, like if they're chewing on something and you smack them on the ass, they know, like, oh shit, like shouldn't have been doing that. But like you had if you like if they're doing some shit like that and you come home and they like chewed up something like a couple hours ago, they're not
They
gonna
won't
remember.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like yeah, I don't know.
And yeah, it's just one of those things where like especially after that dog attack got me, which I'm still healing from that. Like I still got my legs all like there's scar tissue and stuff.
Yeah.
But is like I've been worried about blood clots really too.
Yeah.
I don't know, just because there's still like a red mark with like some thickness where I'm like, I don't know if that's scar tissue or blood clot. I don't know.
I wouldn't be too worried about it. I mean,
Yeah, dude, shit, man. I'm tough, man. I don't give a shit.
I mean, keep an eye on it for sure, but blood clot, like, I don't think that's something you got to worry about.
well, I
Maybe.
mean, you can like if you get if a little blood clot piece goes up and flows to like your lungs, you could have a pulmonary embolism or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know, just stuff like that. But it just made me think like of disciplining a dog and the right ways to do it and how to train a dog. Cause I'm like, man, their brain isn't really capable of all the same things. You know, there's them certain ways to even my cat, dude. Buzz, that cat you gave me.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, he's a little shithead sometimes.
I was just gonna say, even cats, like you can train cats. There's some crazy shit the cats do, but they're just a whole different type of animal.
Yeah. I mean,
Cats are like
train my
shit, man.
kids.
That's I don't know. That's one where I feel like is like it's a little easier because like I don't know. Kids are just people, you know, like it's pretty easy to
We know what it's like.
yeah, like you just I mean it's just like outsmarting kids, you know, like all the little tricks that parents play on their kids, like all the little lies and shit, like
Yeah, and truths and just those things. It's like
yeah, I know, but
programming,
I'm just
like
saying, yeah, shit
thought patterns. Like, yo, I gotta
like this is good for you,
brushing
so
your
like
teeth every
right,
morning and every night. You know,
right,
shit like that.
for sure.
Wiping your butt. No.
Yep.
Don't skip on the wiping.
Yep. Taking out the trash.
Taking out the trash, bro. Like, there's times in my life I don't want to take out the trash. I still think that.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I better take that out.
I mean, yeah, it sucks.
How's life at your place been?
Pretty good, man. Not gonna lie, it's pretty fucking peaceful. It's been already half a year or something that I've been here.
Nice. You look like you keep your place pretty clean, but you might just be like, I'm about podcast. I better clean up this section of my house that's on camera.
Yeah, I just scoot all the mess towards that wall.
Yeah.
Then throw up the divider. I just got dishes piled up to the ceiling.
That's another thing that I'd be like, yo, I gotta take care of these dishes. Like sometimes at the end of the night, you know?
Yeah.
Where it's like, I really should wash these dishes so I don't have a dirty sink in the morning full of dishes.
Can't have dirty sink.
No way. Then it just piles up more.
Dude, that's what I was telling dude at work. I was like, man, you gotta wipe that home and shit. I gotta go home and be my be my own wife, man. Like
you know what
you
that
know?
means.
You know?
Yeah,
Dress up.
it's dress up. Yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
it's
sir.
you get home and you get all changed into a different outfit to vac. You like put on the little maid like apron and
For sure.
tie your hair up and like,
Yep.
God, James, he's just such a mess. I always have to pick up after him. No.
I just spend like an hour, 2 hours getting ready to look all like hella hot and just do like
Yeah.
10 minutes of work and just all right, I'm done.
Yeah. You turn on like Lifetime and watch some like chick flick or something.
Yep. That's I'm gonna just start bawling.
Yeah,
That's when
dude.
I'm crying. That's when I get the
Yeah.
cries out.
You're like, oh God, I gotta do the
Pint
dishes.
of ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I gotta lay off the ice cream a little bit. I got an addiction.
What, you?
Yeah, to the ice cream.
To the ice cream.
I
Dang.
do.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, after I quit drinking, my gut tightened up again because I never really had a gut, but I started to get a beer belly.
Yep.
And then once I quit drinking and started working physical labor again, and I started like building muscle and losing fat.
Mm-hmm.
I'll still do some sit-ups sometimes, but I really need to do them more often. But I've been noticing from the ice cream. Put on my work pants in the morning, be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Starting to get a little fucking mushroom top.
Mushroom top.
What muffin top.
Mushroom top.
It's a little more mushroomy for me,
right. You might want to get that checked out.
Yeah, dude, there's some weird growth going on. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. It's the ice cream.
I'm getting some weird fungus.
Yeah. I don't think that's the ice cream, bro.
Yeah. But I'm gonna have to exercise my willpower again with the ice cream.
Mm-hmm. Just get those little itty bitty tiny little pints that are like this big. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I'll just get like a tiny cone that I can only hold in my fingers. Be like, well, this is my little tiny ice cream cone.
Oh man, you know what I say? The world is fucking could end tomorrow, so
So
eat
eat
it
that
up.
gallon. Yeah.
But then that's how people get to that like my 600-pound life type shit.
Now that is some craziness I just cannot it's hard to fathom.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I've always had a high metabolism, which I guess could be a blessing. Where it's like, yo, it's really hard for me to gain fat, I feel like.
I don't know. I think metabolism is definitely part of it. Because even for me, dude, like I could feel it myself. Like on days that I'm working, I could eat so much more. It's not even that I could eat more, but I could just feel myself like digesting it quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're just active throughout the day.
Right.
But then on my days off when I'm not doing as much, I might eat like the same amount or even more, but you just feel a little more sluggish.
That is true. Yeah, I don't know.
Everybody does, not just me.
Yeah, I guess it also depends on what you're eating. Like when I was eating salads a lot, I felt super light. But you eat a big old steak or big old burger, turkey on Thanksgiving, you're like, oh, dude.
I don't know. Meat never really did that to me. It was more like the
Potatoes.
more like pasta and rice. Yeah, potatoes, just like the fillery type shit.
Carbs.
Pretty much, yeah, just like processed carbs type stuff. Bread.
True that. Yeah, it's diet is a weird thing. I've tried a few different things. I guess I gotta go by the food pyramid, bro. Be like, yo, I'm gonna keep a healthy balance between all these things. I tried the vegetarian thing.
Yeah, that food pyramid shit is not right though.
What? Are you
Yeah, dude.
telling me that they lied to me as a child?
Of course, that shit is way off. There's no way that, like, dude, pull that shit up. Let's look at it. Let's see what it actually is trying. I don't think they actually even use that.
They probably don't.
They
It's
canceled that shit.
outdated. I don't know. Let's see.
Cancel. I'm pretty sure they stopped using that like when I was in
In
school
third
still.
grade.
Yeah,
All right, let's see.
because I was like, yo, this shit is whack.
Okay.
Yeah, see, look at the bottom. It's telling you to have the most
Is
of
this
all
in
the
a
shit.
day?
See, that's all the shit I was saying that is like makes me feel like shit.
I don't understand what the food pyramid is, though. Is it like, yo, this is what you should consume in a day? Or is this
Yeah, that's so much food.
6 to 11 servings of bread, cereal, rice, and pasta? That's quite a bit.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know. There's no way I would eat 6 or not even 6 servings.
let's see. So 6 to 11 servings. Like a slice of bread is like a serving. So a
Oh,
sandwich, that'd be like 2 servings.
okay. Well,
So
I
6
eat
to 11.
cereal.
That's a pretty
I'll eat cereal and a sandwich a day. That's about, but I definitely don't eat 6. I maybe eat like,
well, yeah, but then you look at the cereal and it's how many servings does it? It's probably like a half a cup.
oh,
So like you're probably
probably
getting
about there.
probably about right.
I'd say the vegetables and fruit, I'm probably about there.
Yep.
With the,
Like
yeah, my milk, I'll be
4.
having milk.
I'll be having milk.
Some people hate milk.
I'm not a huge fan of milk.
I wasn't for a long time, but
I'm a fan of cheese and yogurt.
yeah, me too.
That's my jam. And meat.
And meat. And
See,
see, what? Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
I was gonna say, if you just took off everything at the bottom, that's like, oh, like I mean, that's basically like keto type shit.
Everything except the bread and pasta.
Yeah, but if you just switch it up, like put that at the top, fats, oils, and sweets. Like fat is not bad for you. Oils are not bad for you. Sweets, sugar is just just another carb. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, you could have good stuff of like the bottoms row, you know, like you could have good bread and good pasta and good
Gluten free.
or just like I don't know, something that's enriched a little bit maybe or has some sort of
Well, that's the beauty of a sandwich. You know, with a sandwich, you'd be like, yo, make a sandwich. I'm gonna throw some lettuce and tomatoes and onions,
pickles,
pickles, jalapenos. I'm gonna have
cheese.
an apple with it or banana.
Dang.
You know, you throw that cheese on there. You might have a glass of milk on there, and you got your
Glass of
meat.
milk with the sandwich?
That's what I have all like every day almost.
You're one of those guys.
I am. I'll have a glass of milk with like every meal.
I can't I just can't do that. The only thing I really like milk with is PB&J or bananas.
I haven't had a PB and with bananas.
What, milk and bananas?
Are you? What are you? A monkey?
I don't
But
know.
no, yeah.
I remember when I worked at Dairy Queen, every day when I got there, I would steal a banana and pour a little bit of milk and just like crush that shit real quick.
Well, it's a good coating. Like
That's my breakfast.
yeah. And it's I do love bananas. I notice if I and I don't know if this is like an urban myth, but like if I don't eat bananas for a long time, I will wake up in the middle of the night with like a Charlie horse.
Well, it's not an urban myth. It's an electrolyte.
Electrolytes?
Yeah, potassium is an electrolyte.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
So, I mean, yeah, you definitely need that shit.
Yeah. So you think electrolytes give you energy?
I'm not exactly sure what is it. It's like it helps your muscles uh like activate electrically or some shit like that. Look that up. What do electrolytes do?
Because homie was asking me about what to wear for baptism. That was like one of my Google searches. It said to wear a leopard print man thong. So
Yeah,
I was like, shit, I got 3 pairs.
right.
What do electrolytes do? Your cells use electrolytes to conduct electrical charges, how your muscles contract.
Bam, I was right.
Those same electrical charges also help with chemical reactions, especially when it comes to hydration and balance of fluids inside and outside of cells. So he was like, it was like at the end of the night, and he's like, yo, do you think if I drink this, like a Powerade or something, that it'll be like too much energy and it'll keep me up? I was like, I don't think so.
What? Who said that?
Homie at work.
Too much energy?
I was like, nah, dude, it's not like a energy drink or caffeine or coffee or
I mean, there definitely is something to like not eating really anything,
sugars.
just anything, like anything with calories, anything besides water, basically, like right before bed. Or not right before bed, but like,
Few
hour or
hours.
yeah, hour or two before you're going to bed. Um, yeah, because sometimes I will eat something and then crash out, and noticeably my dreams are like fucked up.
I've also heard that if you eat before bed, that your body doesn't get as good a sleep because it's functioning, it's digesting. So it's still
I
working.
believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now that I think about it, I haven't been remembering my dreams a whole lot recently.
Um, yeah, it's pretty random for me. Um, but yeah, I don't ever really worry about that. Like, I'm not like drinking coffee right before bed or anything, but
I don't really drink coffee except in the winter.
what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, I had a coffee today, but my cousin picked some up before work.
Yeah.
He picked up donuts and
Dang.
mochas. And I was like, oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Saturday, the donuts.
Dude, yesterday, or wait, yeah, yesterday fucking sucked, man. We were outside all day. Like, we basically built this whole apartment, and
In one day?
yeah, dude, outside. No, no. So like we built this apartment over the past like couple of months or something, and we had to restack the whole thing. So it was just all, I don't know.
So you built
Whoever,
the walls for the apartment or the trusses? You could build the walls?
yeah, we build the walls and then we put them out on these big racks out in the yard.
You just
And
build the framing, like the lumber?
yeah, so it's like, yeah.
But it's not like you put drywall on them and ship them out, or do your panels of any sort?
Well, it's sheathing and plywood sheathing.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's like the framing. Um, the did you hear that?
I heard like a little squeak or something.
Oh, yeah. I forgot this camera was on. But yeah, like just the framing and then like the sheathing on top, the plywood. And if it's got like windows or doors, we'll cut those out and stuff.
But you were working outside instead of in the warehouse?
Yeah, we built like basically the whole apartment, and it's supposed to get stacked in a certain order. So when they go drop these stacks off, they could take the crane and then set them up in order,
Mm-hmm.
So we have to build them in a certain order and stack them in a certain order, and then stack them depending on like what type of wall it is too. But that just all got messed up, and we basically had to restack everything.
Dang, dude. I hate working in the cold.
Dude. Yeah, and I lost my vape pen somewhere.
Oh no.
I was like, it was
Freaking.
like no, but I was just kind of bummed out, and I'm like, fuck, if somebody finds that, I hope it's not the wrong person.
Anybody find it?
Not so far. But I think I
You
might
got
have
another one?
yeah, but I think I might have thrown it away. Because as we were restacking those walls, that we covered them up with these tarps, and they were just the tarps that come on the bunks of wood, and so we were just throwing them away after we're tearing them off, and I was bundling them up like this, and I had it in my coat pocket right here,
Oh,
my breast pocket. So I think it might have fell out as I was like leaning over, like bundling all that shit up, and then I might have just tossed it.
true that. Yeah, I never got into vaping. THC vape.
That's what it was.
Oh, at work,
Yeah.
you're like, fuck this shit, dude.
Well, I was like, if I'm gonna be outside all day, dude, stacking this shit, like,
I'm gonna be high. And that's why it got all stacked wrong. No, I'm just kidding.
no, that wasn't me, dude. That was somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, it's warms the bones. Kind of. At
Yeah.
least it gives you like sometimes it can make it a little easier to deal with the bullshit.
Dude, I was pretty cold at the end of the day.
Dude, I was cold just airing up my tires.
It's been pretty cold out, dude. I thought fucking fall would like hang on for a little longer, I feel like last year was a little warmer up until like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, global warming is a bunch of bullshit. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's not warm at all.
Yeah, dude, it's I do like winter, mainly just for Christmas.
I love winter, dude. I think it's like it's a cool vibe.
It is. Literally.
It's very chill and cool vibes.
Yeah. But I don't like driving in it so much.
I was just gonna say that.
How's your car driving in it?
It's doing pretty good so
You got
far.
good tires?
Yeah, the tires are pretty good. I was tripping about that. I'm like, man, I got to get new winter tires, and I'm like budgeting it out and everything, and shopping for these tires. And then I looked at mine because I didn't even think to look at them.
And they are winter tires?
No, they're not winter tires. They're
Oh.
all season.
All season.
I'm like, yeah, that's good enough. And I don't know, it's always the first time it snows, and you're like, oh, I forgot how to drive in the snow.
Especially if it's a big snowfall and like it hasn't been shoveled much and it's just thick out there.
I feel like it's easier to drive in when it's like midwinter and it's been snowing and everything's packed on, and it's like everything is just snow packed everywhere. Somehow
Yeah.
that's like easier to drive than the first couple of times it snows and melts and everything freezes over, and it's just like it's glass ice everywhere.
Yeah, and other people like when it's like, oh, snow's here, sometimes they'd be driving like, oh, whoa, like fishtailing all over the place. It snowed the other day, and like my I was pulling out, and my 4-wheel drive, I turned it on, but I don't think it engaged.
Right.
And because I pull out my driveway, and I'm like, whoa. So I went into a parking lot. I was like, I got to make sure this engages. Got it going. And then I was, felt safer. But there was this, it looked like a Jeep or something behind me, just fishtailing all over the place. And I'm like, dude, it looked like a 4-wheel drive vehicle. Or I'm like, dude.
I mean, yeah, I
But
believe it,
I was like, they're just not driving wisely.
dude. I was thinking about this the other day. When my cousin had her Jeep, I would be driving around with her, and it was last winter too, because when I was staying with her, and I was just like amazed at how confident she was in the snow and in the ice, like just coming to a stop and just driving around town. Like she had good tires and it was like a Jeep and everything, but I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's just me because I'm so used to like just having shitty cars with shitty tires, and
Yeah.
being scared all winter. Like,
She had 4-wheel drive kicked in. Probably.
I'm not sure, probably.
Dude, yeah, I'll be cruising in our Jeep, and it's 4-wheel drive. You can do full-time or part-time. And of course they have the low ones, but I was like, dude, this baby is fucking, I felt so safe in it.
Yeah, I think it's good for you to drive like shitty cars. I mean, it's not good for you. Like, you should be driving in something safe, but
I definitely have had some shitty cars too.
I think it's kind of it's amazing how confident people are just speeding down the highway on the ice in their big ass truck. Like you know, one bad move and that thing goes sideways or something. Like, you can't. I don't know, man. It freaks me out.
Dude, I can't wait till the day I get a big, gnarly, rad truck with some dope tires,
Dude. Yeah.
and be like, dude, this thing.
Honestly,
Ford F450. That's what I want to get one day. Just a big diesel.
dude, pull one of those up. That's one of those ones that it looks like a semi.
I
Right?
know, that's what I want. I'm like,
Those
not
things are
for
awesome.
always cruising in, but I'm just like, dude, just some power,
I mean, honestly, like, just like I don't know, man. That's it. Go to that. Wait,
What, that? This?
no,
That's what I want right there.
isn't there a
No
F650?
bed.
Look that up. Look,
F650?
Yeah,
I didn't even know about that.
yeah,
Oh,
dude.
that's like an actual,
I seen one of these driving around Great Falls one time.
dude, that thing. Look at this lady. She's like half the size of this.
Dude, that is nuts.
Yeah, dude.
I thought that's what you were
Even this
talking about.
guy. No, I don't need a truck that big.
Bro, nobody needs a truck that big.
Unless you're like,
I mean, that one down there, that black one underneath this picture, that one, that's sick, dude.
yeah, damn, it's got like 2 extra backseat rows.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like balling out of control and you got like a ranch or something,
Dude, what the hell?
That's stupid.
F650. I mean, yeah, I would, something like that, super rad. I don't think I would need that, but the
No.
F450 would be. It's like one of my dream trucks. I don't know. The only truck I've had is a Ford. I'm not really like Ford, Chevy, whatever. I just
Yeah,
think that having a good, strong truck would be nice.
for sure.
And
Oh
but I'd like to have, a good truck, a good, like we have the SUV, or a Jeep is actually really nice. I really like having a Jeep, dude.
yeah.
I think they're a great vehicle.
What is it? What kind of Jeep?
Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Right.
It's a 96 or something like that. It was pretty old.
Like one of those real boxy looking ones.
Yeah. And I mean, it was a
Those are cool.
gift. Um, yeah, it's like,
Dude.
but it has space in the back for loading some stuff, and the top rack, so you could put like a
I actually really like
storage
that body
bin.
style. I was thinking even the boxier ones, but that's like kind of newer than I was thinking. My
And they're
brother had one
actually
that
pretty
looked
like they're
compact.
smaller, like you can drive around good.
Yep.
So
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
wait, what do you have again?
A Nissan Sentra
What year is it?
2017.
2017?
Yeah,
Oh, it's not a 1917. I'm just
right.
kidding.
That'd be dope.
Oh yeah, you sent me a picture of it. Is it black?
It's black on black. Look up type midnight edition.
Midnight edition.
Yup, that's pretty much it. The black one right there, yeah.
It's a
It's
nice
cool.
vehicle.
Yeah. It's alright.
How's it been?
I mean, it's cool, dude. Like I can't complain. It's 10 times better than my last car.
You got a cassette player in that thing? Just kidding.
I mean, it's got the Bluetooth.
Bluetooth. Does it have a CD player? I'm just curious if they even made them in that
Or wait,
year.
I think it does it? No, I don't think it does.
You got a record player in there?
Yeah. It's a gramophone.
Nice. You'd be hitting the bumps. It's like
Yeah, I was kind of tripping about this winter. But it actually handles pretty well. Like I was trying to spin out a couple times. You know, just to test it, just get the feel for it or whatever. And it was like gain traction again pretty easy just by itself. But
nice.
yeah, luckily I'm like in the morning I can just drive through town to get to work because there's not a lot of people out, and after work it's I don't know. I'm on the highway for a little bit, but
Oh, you are.
yeah, I mean I'll take the alternate because it basically just skips town. It's just like I'm sure you've
The
driven on it.
frontage road?
No, it's the 93 alternate. So when you're coming up into Kalispell from the south end, and you can take a left at that light and it'll take you on that 93 alternate and it has the roundabouts on it. I don't know. You probably you probably never have a reason to even go up that way. But it basically just connects that highway to the highway 2 up there.
Well, as long as it's doing good in the winter, I mean, that's what counts. I want to get a motorcycle one day.
Yeah, that'd be dope. I want to get a
Yeah.
mini bike, dude. Like you could get a pretty dope one for I don't know, like 5 or 6 grand.
Wait, the one that like Oliver Tree? No. That's like a baby bike.
No, I don't know. They're just little motorcycles, but they're like little street bikes. Not like I don't
Oh,
know. I don't know
yeah.
what the Oliver Tree one is.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Well, these mini bikes,
Yeah, dude.
like this dude.
Yeah, I mean they got all sorts of one. Not even. They got like mid-size ones. Dude that I used to work with, he just quit a little bit ago, but he had a little Coleman one.
Hmm. Oh, like these here. Different sizes.
I mean, those are just
Dirt bikes.
yeah, I guess the ones you were looking at before is basically what I was talking about.
Nice.
Um yeah, I came across this dude on YouTube, Talon Sai, I think his name is, and he does all sorts of like camping, outdoor, overlanding type shit.
Hmm.
Um
This
oh what?
is like Oliver Tree's little motorcycle.
Yeah, those are dope too.
Yeah. This here.
What? He's
That
crazy.
yeah. Goofball. Well, who are you talking about?
Talon Sai. It's like SAI or something. SEI.
This guy? With the
Yeah.
beard?
Yeah. Look up Talon Sai bike.
He's a YouTuber or what? Or
Yeah.
he does make YouTube videos?
Yeah, he's a YouTuber. I don't know. I can't remember which one he was going on about. He was tuning one up though. He was like bought one. Oh wait. Oh, never mind.
These bikes are dope. Is that
They are.
no.
Mm-hmm.
Electric bike?
Yep.
Yeah, those are sick.
Yeah. Cousin Chase, his dad has one.
Nice. Yeah, my mom and my stepdad, they have a couple. They're dope. One day
Mhm.
when I'm a little
Dude.
more financially on the up and up, I mean, I'm making money, but just still all that shit, all that, buying a house is pretty much one of my big
Yeah.
priorities. You gonna be in your area for a while? You still have thoughts of moving?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure.
Right. Yeah, just take it as it comes.
Yeah, pretty much. Kind of just enjoying the kind of the routine and just, you know, keeping up with the, saving up and working on my credit type stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So I figure the longer I do that, the better. And then if I decide to move, I don't know.
Then having that cushion and
Yeah.
then being able to start over somewhere. Dude, what you said you were drawing today? Because I was
Yeah.
just thinking like to be able to do freelance artwork and other stuff too.
Yeah, man. I've been watching some different like art YouTubers. I think the last, I don't know if we were talking on the podcast or the phone, but you're talking about 1000.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching a lot of his videos. He's hella cheesy though.
What, with his art or his?
Just with his videos, like his humor.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But there's a few different other ones. But yeah, 1000, he's dope, dude. I like his style a lot.
Yeah, he has a cool art style, and it sounds like some of the music he'll make, like he records,
Yeah, he does.
which is cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's one of my goals is to have. I might try to also develop my channel to be more like that,
Right.
and I'll have a Crossroads music channel, but on my channel, I want to like make it a little more vloggy art stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I figure the more footage you have, the better, you know. You could always,
Store it.
yeah, at least you have the option of using it.
Yeah. What were you drawing today?
Um, yeah, I was just practicing some like portrait type stuff.
Damn, I don't really draw like that.
Okay, so this is funny. I'll show you the other day what I did. This is just from my brain, so I invented this. I was just like,
Nice.
okay, it's all right, but I'm like, because I haven't drawn in a minute, dude. But then I
That
tried
looks
to
awesome.
did this one today.
Holy.
Yeah,
Get that baby to clear up.
but this one's from like a picture though. I didn't do this from my brain.
She's hot.
It's pretty hot,
You're like, that's a guy.
right?
He's hot.
Yeah.
Dude, that is dope though. You have a great like being able to draw realistic.
It's fun, dude. Let's see. I did this the other day too. This is my mom's dog that just died.
Aww.
It's hard to see like the screen and
And the detail there. Dang, dude. See,
that clear.
that stuff is so good. Like, I have never practiced enough to draw like that, or I've never had that natural skill to draw like realistic looking animals,
Yeah.
humans. Of course, I had to like do stuff like that in high school and middle school. Like, we're gonna draw a face, work on the shading, getting the features balanced. But I guess I've always just kind of leaned a little bit more towards cartoony and abstract because it's
Yeah,
easier.
for sure. I think um I don't know, man. Like some people just have different, like you have fun doing different things, and a lot of the things about drawing that make a picture like really good or whatever, not that fun, it's not fun to like do these tiny little like, like there's so many different strokes that you're doing that's like even for me myself, like it takes a while. Like once I really, really get into the picture, and like you got to like take breaks too. Like you take breaks and come back to it, and then you really find yourself slowing down, and then you just look at it. Like look. I mean, if you're off of reference, looking at a reference.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, some people I just think it's fun. Like it's like relaxing and calming. And like I just like taking my time to like just sit there and draw a picture forever. But
Flow state. Once you get into the flow state,
yeah, it's just good practice. Like I feel like it's good practice so when I do go to like try to invent my own characters, I have
for
that.
sure.
So like when I'm doing even real cartoony type stuff, like you just know those different strokes of how to like build a face or build an arm or whatever.
Well, I grew up with a lot of those types of books. Like I had how to draw Mickey Mouse characters, how to
This one.
draw.
I invented this one.
Damn, dude. That's awesome.
I spent a while on that.
Dude, you need to make more artwork like that.
Yeah,
That's sick.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's like realistic and creative, like imaginative. I guess it's all kind of imaginative, but it's a little more science fiction.
I mean, I just wanted to draw that. I don't know. But yeah, like I don't know that I do I do like that kind of stuff where it's like Like even with like almost like King of the Hill type stuff too, where it's like it is a lot of it is realistic with like the proportions and stuff, but it's still like artistic and stylized or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool the different styles of like making characters if
Mhm.
it's something like that. And so the other day I was like, I got some flannels and I was like, I just want to do some art on these, but I didn't have any fabric spray paint, so I just spray painted it.
Mhm.
Um, which I need to get some fabric spray paint. And then after that, I was like, I've had a bunch of canvases laying around. It's like I'm just
Right.
gonna spray paint on these canvases, and it's just like a bunch of black and white, like simple, like smiley faces and abstract dripping stuff.
Yep.
And my wife comes in later and she's like, wow, you really had to use all the canvases for your emo paintings?
What?
Yeah. And
Damn,
I
just
know,
fucking
yeah.
roasts you.
Dude, for real. I was like, man, I got real emo.
Yeah.
But, sometimes that simple artwork it's really fun and creative too.
Yeah, I mean, that's what that's what I like about 1000. His style is like it's got that good mix of like cartoony and realistic. Like the faces, they're not real like realistic or anything. But you can tell like if he wanted to draw a real face, he could, but he just chooses to draw in that kind of cartoony style. But it's got a lot of detail, like a lot of different, characters that are like, I don't know. I just like stuff that's got a lot of detail, man. Like if you put a
Yeah.
lot of work into it, even if it's technically not good, like I don't know. I think you can make even that one I was drawing earlier of that face, that lady. Um, you just keep going with it, man. Like it's gonna get better.
Yeah. It's again, like art is subjective, like when
No, it's not. It's what I say it is.
it's either good or it's bad, and everybody's gonna have the same opinion.
No, what I say goes.
Oh yeah.
And
But I
that's
have the problem of being like unhappy a lot of times with my finished products.
yeah, dude.
And it's just like a part of me loves it and a part of me is like, nah, it's just, no, it sucks.
I think part of that is just the fact that you made it. Like, there's no way you're ever really gonna appreciate it the same because you were there the whole time for every stroke and everything. Like when someone else like presents you with like a picture of a painting or whatever, and it just hits you all at once and it's all brand new. And it's like, oh damn, like
Oh yeah.
you had
But,
no part in that.
and what's enjoyable is the process.
For sure.
That's like what it's like when you're in that flow state. And
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, if there's like chemicals kicking in your brain or this like energy, but that's like the sensational part. Because it'll be like kind of like a struggle in the beginning, like, okay, I'm gonna have to like start creating something, and then like the wheels start turning, and then it's like once they're going and the creative juices are flowing.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I really want to get like a dope drawing setup. I wish you have a drafting table, don't you?
Yeah, I do actually, and that's what I have. It's back there. You can see I have like a bin that has like a painting in it.
Yeah.
So I do use it sometimes.
I mean, not even I don't know. There's nothing like pen and paper or like pencil and paper, but I would like to get one of those like huge drawing computers. Basically, it's just like all in one.
I want to get a good
computer, you
drawing
draw right on it?
tablet. Oh, our
Yeah.
friend. Well, it's not really a friend. It's more of an acquaintance. We
Dang.
consider ourselves friends, but not like tight or nothing. We're friendly.
Right.
And he's an illustrator. He makes dinosaur like
Right.
books. He'll draw like children's books. But they're realistic looking kind of dinosaurs. But he has like apparently that big kind of computer drawing
Yeah.
thing. I would be happy with just a drawing tablet that's like, iPad size. Like
You
a
mean
size of a notebook or sketchbook pad.
you mean one that's like an actual tablet where you can see
Yeah.
what you're drawing on it? Yeah.
Yeah, and then I could like still like expand it, make it closer, further, change my
Yep.
brushes and pens, easily change the colors and all that stuff. But drawing with a mouse,
Don't you have a like a drawing?
a drawing controller,
Yeah.
I'm not happy with it. It was cheap,
Yeah.
$20. I figured it wouldn't be that good. But
What kind is it?
I don't even know. I think it's right here.
What's wrong with it? What don't you like about it?
It's got like a delay
Oh.
of like 1 second or something
I mean, I would recommend the one that I got
like this thing.
then. Yeah, check it out. I'll show you mine.
And maybe I can, adjust it. I've tried to figure out how to adjust settings. Nice. How
And
much
this
was
was
that?
I can't remember. I don't think it was that much though. It was like $100.
But I just am still like the whole thing about drawing on it and looking at a separate screen.
Yeah, it is weird, but like you get used to it because if the pad is, I mean, I'm sure you kind of know too, but that one's super small. This one is
It
like,
is.
I think this is the smallest one that these guys make. Wacom or Wacom.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it is different.
Yeah, this one was made by I don't even know.
Mm,
Hillion, something like that. But it's
yeah,
all right if I could just figure out the delay, the
yeah,
latency, then I'd be happier with it. But it's also like, yeah, I've gotten so used to drawing with a mouse over the years,
yeah.
or I'll draw on paper and then, draw it with pencil, then marker,
Mm-hmm.
and then often erase the pencil, upload it,
Right.
and do the Illustrator stuff where it's like, yo, now I'm going to vectorize it and go through. But I've always just thought I could probably create my best work digitally with a tablet that's like sketchpad size until I can get a
Yep.
big one.
Yep. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I really want, I mean, like, just a big ass iPad would be dope.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably like, as far as drawing tablets, like, I mean, it's kind of overkill just for a drawing tablet. I'm not really sure how much they are though.
I don't know, but there's a lot of payment plan things that are available out there, and that's what I'd possibly do is just be like, yo, I'm just gonna make payments
Right.
on this. Like even with the Klarna or Afterpay, where it's like, yo, just make a few payments.
Yep.
So it's not like I'm dropping a whole lot at once. And then hopefully get it and make money from it doing artwork.
Yeah.
And because it's like, yeah, I've done a lot of, like logo stuff, but really, I think I would like to just do more of like I don't know, just more of the drawing and character type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, who's that artist that, you know, it's like a punk rock style. They'll have like the eyes popping out and like slime
All right.
and
Yeah, I can't remember.
yeah, but
I know who you're talking about though.
yeah, I can't remember. But I just like more of that kind of like style of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
it's like
creative, it's unique.
mm-hmm. For sure. I mean, like when I'm like doodling, it's basically all I do is just like different characters.
Hmm.
I think that's that's like that and like faces for whatever reason. I'm trying to get better at like bodies, you know.
Hmm.
I can draw bodies, but just like coming up with like dynamic poses just out of your brain is like hella hard.
Yeah. Faces are tough though.
They are, dude.
Like just to get the features right.
It's mostly like lining everything up, getting the sizes of everything right,
Yeah.
all proportioned and spaced out perfectly.
Yeah, it's really the eyes. I mean, obviously the nose and the mouth, but the
It's all of
eyes.
it. It's all of it, dude. Like, I mean, yeah, if you the eyes are the first thing people look at. So if those are
Hmm.
fucked up, yeah, the eyes and the lips. But yeah, it's everything. If you get one little line off, it's not that it'll look bad, but it's just getting that likeness. Um, super hard. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. And that's again why I always lean towards like abstract. Cause I'm like, well, I can make this like face all like a weird shape, and then the eyes don't have to be the right sizes. And you
Yeah,
know,
but that's the thing too, though, is like when people do like caricatures, it's not like perfectly lined up where you would be doing like if you're trying to do it perfectly realistic, but it still looks like that person.
hmm,
But it's just the relationship that like those features have with each other. If you get good at drawing faces like realistically or like however, you know,
right.
you could use that to draw cartoony stuff or like, you know, just knowing knowing the different features or whatever, like you could do something super simple with just a couple lines that is just super dope because you know how to draw faces, you know. But yeah, it's tough, man.
And being able to like exaggerate certain features.
Hmm.
You may have already said that, but you know, like if somebody's nose, like at the fair when you're like, hey, let's go over to the caricature artist, have him
Hmm.
draw a picture of me.
Right.
And you know, they have to pull out those features from you. So if you got kind of a big nose or whatever, then you know, exaggerate the nose. And
Yeah.
if you got big ears and whatever, just those little things that you really have to like embellish on. I don't know if that's the right word.
Yeah. Exaggerate.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah. That's I can't do you got to do that fast too. Like those
yeah.
guys draw super quick.
And I think that's the thing about it too, is like flow state. When you do it quick and you're not, it's weird how you have to think fast, but also just feel it.
Well, that's that is like a form of practice too, like doing quick sketches, you know, doing like couple minute sketch, 5 minute sketch or whatever. We're just doing those, you know, going through a round of like 5 or 10 different poses or faces or something.
Mm,
But you see the way those guys draw those caricature because they'll do it like in marker, you know. And just like I was saying, just like with a couple lines, you could do like half the face and you're like, holy shit, that looks amazing. I don't know. I
Yeah.
can't do that. It takes me a fat minute.
A fat one.
Big one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. I love drawing. It's always been one of my favorite things since I could pick up a pen,
Mm-hmm.
pencil, pen, marker, crayon.
Yeah.
I don't care. Give me a paintbrush.
Yeah, I actually just picked up a bunch of paint supplies.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I haven't painted anything in a long time, so
What are you gonna paint?
I'm gonna paint the Mona Lisa.
And sell it? You're gonna be like, this is the actual Da Vinci.
Right. No, I don't know, dude. I have no idea. I want to paint something cool though. You got
Yeah, I
any
guess once you
ideas?
just get to painting, that's what I like about art too, is it's like an adventure on the
Yeah,
canvas.
I kind of want to do some abstract stuff, just to like not even, not even think about it. You know, just do some cool shit.
Like circles and lines and gloopity globs and just whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Some Dr. Seussy. I don't
Right,
know. It's just cool to see where your mind and your hands take you.
for sure. Yeah, dude. We
Well,
shall see. Maybe, maybe it'll be a masterpiece.
maybe my son, he draws so much.
Yeah,
And, he's getting better at reading and writing and spelling things out. I'm going to get him into journaling,
right.
and just be like, every day you got to write something in here about, like around lunchtime, after lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Just be like, okay, you got to write whatever you want and draw a picture with it, date it, put a date and time you do this.
Right.
And that was one of my favorite things to do when I was in elementary. We had to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have tons of journals.
Right.
Like when we had the band Chemical Berry Avenue,
Yep.
that's when I started journaling again.
I remember that.
And mainly
I'm
because the Kurt Cobain journals.
right. Dang, dude. No, I remember that. I remember reading one of your journals one time.
Or was it hella depressing?
No, it was just like, yo, I'm Jake Ryan. I'm like, oh, hella cool, man. Today I made some like art, bro. No,
When I go back and read it, I'm like, fucking hate my life. I
I
was
mean, I
thinking
just,
about death today. There was some chick, I was too afraid to talk to her.
yeah, I think the one thing I do remember reading was like, because it was when we basically first started hanging out,
Mm-hmm.
and you just said something like how I reminded you I reminded you of you.
Mm-hmm.
It was something like that.
Yeah,
It's
I
just like,
have I remember that. It's in there. Something like, yo, me and James became like closer friends
right.
and just connected about art and stuff like that. And yeah, it's cool. I was actually going through my journals again more recently, and I'll scan some pages on my phone
Mm-hmm.
because I'm trying to do more publishing
Right.
through Amazon and Kindle.
Yep.
And but because a part of me is like, well, it would be kind of fun to release some of these journal pages that are like maybe some of the entries, poems, uh art and doodles, and some of the most interesting stuff is kind of how it's like you could tell that there's like mental health issues, like depression, a big one, and kind of like not treating it properly, especially when I got into alcohol and stuff like that, or self-medicating.
Right.
And you could really see phases of my life that I was in a bad state of mind or when I was in a good state of mind.
Right.
And, you know, I'm just like, I don't know. Somebody out there might like it. I just kind of want to do it. But then I second guess myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't know if I should release this because I'll find a lot of stuff that's like kind of like suicidal ish, where it's like
Yeah.
thinking about death a lot,
Mm-hmm.
or being like, does my life really matter? Do people actually, would they care if I died? Or
Right.
just, I don't know, but I'm sure people go through those points in their life.
For sure. I mean, I don't know. I think about dying all the time, man. At least once a day.
I know, I'll be driving down the road.
Yeah, if you're in a car, that's what I
Just
was
on a
talking about.
two-lane, even
Just
two-lane highway.
just starting your car up.
I was
Just
airing up
plug.
my tires today. And I was like, motherfucker, I better not fucking feel this. I might blow up in my face.
Fuck yeah, dude, that shit's scary.
Yeah.
Life is scary, man. I can't go outside. The tires are exploding.
The sun.
The sun is giving us cancer.
Dude, yeah. The wind.
We,
Dude, I got super afraid of the wind for a while because like I told you, I used to be afraid of like a tornado was gonna happen when I was a kid.
right.
But we had I told you about that truck topper that flew into the side of our house
No.
in like a windstorm. Yeah, dude, it like lifted a truck topper out of somebody's yard or something and it smashed into the side of our house
Damn.
and knocked out a few of like the porch legs.
Right.
And I'm just like, dude, whenever the winds get heavy, I'm like super cautious now of like flying objects.
Yeah, I mean, it's Mother Nature, man.
Scary. The ocean.
Yeah, every once in a while I think about when we were at Venice Beach and I was out in the ocean and I don't know. Cause like I wasn't really trying to go out too far, but like right when I decided to turn around, you were like coming to save my life.
I don't know. The ocean's just massive. Like the waves come in and sometimes you'll go under and it'll be a lot higher up. After you
Well,
go under, it'll like
I'm
raise
just
up. Yeah.
I was just gonna say that like I was good where I was at, but if I would have went out just a little bit more, like even a couple of feet more, dude. Because I've never swam in the ocean like that. Like I don't know. I just seen that one dude, and he was way the fuck out there, dude. Like he was basically doing what I was doing, just kind of bobbing. You know, I wasn't swimming or anything.
Right.
But he was way the fuck out there. So it's like I could go out a little bit, you know. But yeah, I was just thinking about that because like it's like I said, man, I've never swam in the ocean. There is like undercurrents and stuff, you know, like it could be fine up top, but down below it's just like sucks you under, you know, and takes you out. That shit happens.
Yeah, I was thinking about Venice Beach today because I've got a friend that's down in San Francisco right now.
Right.
And homie's like, oh, I seen a picture of them at the beach. And I don't know if I ever really went to the beach in San Francisco, but I do love Venice Beach itself. Like I just love the skateboard scene in
Yeah.
that area. Like I'm like, I still wanna tap more into the skateboard scene out there. The music scene where I'm like, playing at the Whiskey A Go Go is a major goal in life.
Yeah, dude.
Have you been playing any music at all recently?
No, not a whole lot.
I've been thinking that all the time. I'm like, ah, man, I play guitar more. Sometimes I'll pick it up and practice some licks, do some technique stuff, or just play a song. But
Right. I was thinking about getting an electric.
I have a new one on the way, actually.
Really?
Yeah,
What
'cause
kind?
Fender Telecaster, like a Squire.
Right. Oh,
Um, because I had some credit with Sweetwater. Or no, Musician's Friend.
okay. Hell yeah, dude.
I have a credit line with them, and I'll like get something and then pay on it for a while, stack up, and
Yep.
then if there's something I want or need, then I'll get it. But I'm gonna start playing with the band at Set Free Ministries.
Really?
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
just play some lead guitar stuff.
Yep. Dope.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played with a group of guys, and
Well, have you met the dudes?
oh yeah, I've been going to church there for a while. I meet my sponsor there every Sunday,
Right.
and I'll watch them play, of course, for the like praise and worship. And they have a couple acoustic rhythm guys that sing and play,
Mm-hmm.
bass player, drummer, lady on the keyboard,
What kind of stuff do they play?
like praise and worship music. Some of it'll
Right.
be kind of country-ish. They'll
Pretty
write some songs,
pretty simple stuff then.
sorta,
I mean, not
but
like
there's something about I've never really learned some of the like the praise and worship style of like progression
right.
and the way chord changes will happen,
Mm-hmm.
or and so I'm excited to learn that.
Yeah, that's that's something that's always kind of eluded me is like the gospel kind of progressions like you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've because like there's like pop music and like rock music, and then
Mm-hmm.
there's gospel, which is like I don't know what it's kind of like jazz blues influenced or something.
Yeah, and I'm pretty used to, pop, rock, hip hop, and even general country is pretty much, I understand all these different structures and parts of music, but when I see the words up on the screen or like, singing songs, sometimes I'll think, oh, it's going to be like this. If it's a song I haven't heard, I can read the lyrics, but it'll be different. It'll be a little more extended than I
Mm-hmm.
think.
Right.
So they have a good way of like
I see.
expanding a chorus
You're
beyond just like 1, 2, 3,
like,
4.
let's cut this up and trying to make it all catchy.
Yeah, I don't
I'd
know.
probably be doing that too. Like you expect it to be like, and he said, but it's like, and he said, it's like,
Yeah. And it is so I'm just excited to learn some new
what
ways of playing.
what's the church like? Is it like big?
No, it's
Or small?
smaller. They're trying to one day get into a bigger place.
Yeah,
It's just downtown. It's like the pastor, they're all like a bunch of bikers,
right.
and not everybody that goes there is a biker, but like, so you'll see a lot of the set free vests, and patches.
That's
And
cool.
I mean, I was attracted to that because I also felt like I needed to connect with people that have a little bit more of a checkered past, that have changed, and they're like, oh, I used to run around and now I'm sober and, you know, found God.
Right.
And so that's cool. Like they'll say things like, my sponsor, they'll say things about him like, he used to be the dope dealer and now he's the hope dealer. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Just to well, you know the dude from Korn at all? Brian Welch?
Well, is he a drummer, bass
No,
player?
he's a guitar player.
Right.
But he quit the band for a while, you know, because he was like, you know, out this dude here.
Yeah. Monkey.
No, this is Head. Monkey's the other
Oh,
guitar player.
God damn it.
Yeah. But he's back in the band now as well. But they both do look the same, you know, similar, because they got the like big dreadlocks.
Right.
Yeah, they both are. They play the 7-string.
Yep.
But I'll see Brian, he'll do like a lot of church stuff, you know, not really get up there and preach too much, but you know, tell his story. And
Yeah.
you know, so it's pretty interesting to hear when somebody's like, yo, I used to do a lot of meth. And then like wanted to change my life and couldn't, and then you know, they get into religion and spirituality, and it's just pretty interesting how I never understood that before, but I'm starting to now. It's
Right.
also because I'm working the 12-step program of recovery.
Right.
So it's going a little hand in hand with the faith-based recovery program.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. I guess I'm going through this now in my life. So, but when I see guys like Brian Welch from Korn, it inspires me to be like, okay, I'm not like a square. I'm not a lame.
I mean, it's not lame. Like taking care of shit, you know, taking care of yourself and your responsibilities, making sure you're not, you know, you're just keeping yourself in a mind state and like in a keeping yourself out of situations that are going to get you in trouble and stuff. Like that's pretty cool to me, I think.
Yeah, you know, it's weird because that's how I started in life, and I was like, yo, I don't want to be like getting into trouble and like getting intoxicated and messing up my brain and body.
Right.
And then once I started, that became my identity. And I was like, oh, dude, chicks like also, you know, they want the bad boy that's fucking drinking Jack Daniels and smoking cigarettes and snorting cocaine.
Vaping.
No, fuck vaping. No.
Yeah.
No,
Vaping is not cool at all.
No, yeah. Vape Nation, bro.
Vape Nation. Yup.
Is that how it
Gang,
goes?
baby.
I don't even know.
I don't know. I'm not into that shit, man.
Scissor. No.
I'm a closeted vapor.
No, I mean vaping's cool. I never got into vaping. I was just
It's not cool.
I just still stuck with cigarettes. Like I tried it, and then I just continued smoking cigarettes, and then I moved on from cigarettes to cigars.
I mean,
And I was like, I need to quit this too.
I like tobacco a little bit. But I mostly just like nicotine, you know. I don't really like cigarettes. They're cool every once in a while. They are cool. Like
I mean, you're
cigar.
cool if you smoke cigarettes, right? No.
There's just something cool about it. Like, I mean, you can't tell me that like if there was an asteroid coming to Earth, you know, and like you could see it in the sky, like you'd be like, you wouldn't just light up a cigarette and be like, fuck it.
I don't think I would now.
Really?
The old me would, but I don't enjoy them anymore.
Right.
Like,
That's part of the fun.
yeah, exactly. Because it's kind of like my self-destructive part of me.
It's weird because like sometimes it's like hit and miss. At least for me, when I smoke cigarettes, like sometimes you would just like smoke a cig and be like, oh fuck yeah, like it was just like the perfect time, whatever. But then sometimes you'd smoke a cigarette and be like, this is the most disgusting thing ever.
Well, I was telling that to the guys today. I was like saying something about just how I was like, yeah, when I was smoking cigarettes, I'd like start smoking a cigarette and be like, yeah, this is hitting the spot. But, you know, a few puffs in, halfway through it, I'd be like, dude, this is fucking gross. I don't even want this. But a lot of times I would still smoke it all because I didn't want to smoke a snipe later. Sometimes I'd be like, I gotta save this snipe for later. But they're so gross later.
Well, that's why you kind of whittle out the little cherry and drop that instead of stamping it out, so you're not smoking ashed up cigarette again.
Well, what I usually did, put it out on my tongue. I'm just kidding.
Just eat it. Just eat it.
Oh god, just eat it. Just dude, have you watched the you got a Roku?
Yeah, how do you
Ha-
know?
I don't know, because like everybody does now. And you brought it down to LA, but the Weird Al movie. Have you
Uh
watched that?
what is it on?
Roku.
Roku TV?
Roku channel or something.
I didn't know they had stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
No.
so it has like ads on it, but dude, it's awesome. Daniel Radcliffe.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, I think I've seen pictures of it or something.
I highly recommend it. It's like you know, I thought it was gonna be a totally like true to his life thing, but it's of course just like an exaggerated. Oh, the description's like this is the completely unexaggerated story of an artist and sex symbol of his time.
Right.
But it's like, oh yeah, it's funny.
Right. Huh. Yeah, I've been looking for something to watch. Some good movie or TV show or something.
Watch that one. I watched recently watched The White Lotus, which was, you know, pretty cool. My wife liked it a lot. I mean, I liked it. I got into it. Then The Watcher. Did you watch that one?
No.
That was a really good one.
What about that what was it? Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I want to watch that one.
What's that one about again? I only
Some
like
sort of multiverse, space-time continuum thing
right.
of it's like a kung fu movie too, or something like that.
Yeah.
What is it called?
I I can't remember, dude.
Everything, everywhere, all at once. Yeah,
All the time.
60% of the time it works. Every time.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Show me the googs.
Everything, everywhere, all at once. So, what is
How
the
do I
meaning of
watch?
that even when the world looks bleak and we are feeling isolated, we can find meaning and happiness in those we love by choosing kindness and optimism. Okay, that's a
Lamb.
yeah. I don't know. It to me, it seemed kind of like an infinite thing. Like She must
Yeah.
connect with a parallel universe version of
Go to plot.
herself.
We could just read the whole movie.
I spoil it. Wait, hold on. Let me just read
That
this up here.
that is, yeah.
The plot centers on a Chinese American immigrant who, while being audited by the IRS, discovers she must connect with parallel universe versions of herself to prevent a powerful being from destroying the multiverse. So
Damn.
that's, I love that stuff. And we've had those conversations about alternate versions of yourself in parallel universes.
Mm-hmm.
And to potentially connect with them like in like a deep meditation
Right.
or out of body astral projection.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I remember one time I ate a bunch of acid and like
Right.
astrally projected. And that was my intention. And I had this like vision of like, I don't know, like thousands of Earths.
Yep.
But it was like almost like a revolving door of like, but they were all like different Earths, where it's like this is Earth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up into
Right.
like infinity, and they're all kind of just like passing me by. And that's what I thought it was like, and then it almost was like all those Earths like smashed into one. And then I was like, oh, I'm back. Or I was in it like into a reality, and what it felt like I was doing was, I don't know, if you could go to a place where you're out of body in the astral where you like they're like, if you could be outside of the multiverse looking in
Mm-hmm.
and then being like, well, which one are you going to plug into?
Right.
But in all of them, you're kind of like potentially in that same, like if you were in your room in that chair you're sitting in and like fell asleep or had an astral projection, like you took a really big bong hit of salvia or something.
Right.
And then you like leave reality, and then like, what if you could come back too, but you're in, and you wake up back in that chair, but you're not in the same universe you left?
Damn.
Could it be possible?
I guess. I don't know, dude. I mean, like when I smoked salvia, it was so fucked up, dude. Like, I don't know, it's so weird. Like you can't even really explain it, but it just makes you makes you feel so differently. Like that's what I was saying earlier about when you're tripping out and then you kind of are coming down from it, coming back to reality. Like reality just seems so weird,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it's just so weird. Like I don't know, man.
Well, I had those thoughts today. Were you gonna say something?
I mean, I was just thinking like, I think I might have told this before, but like one time when that was happening to me and everything was coming back to me, I was like, the first thing that appeared was my cousin's face,
Mm-hmm.
and like just the rest of the room was still kind of like flying in from outer space, But I was just like staring at his face, and I'm like, that I was just locked in on his face, and he was probably just like, what the fuck, like.
Like,
That was
James, are
just,
you all right? You just zoned out.
I was like, no, I'm not.
First time I ever had it, our bro came over to your room in the basement in Great Falls and I was getting dropped off like a big old bundle of grass, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yo, here's some salvia. Have you ever had it? I was like, no, I'll try it out, sure. I took this hit and I was like, oh, whoa. Like immediately, or a few seconds into it, I felt like the walls started like closing in on me.
Yep.
Like in the movies where you see the walls start to come in.
Yeah.
And I just got like this rush to my like it felt like my cells like rushed to the top of my skin, you know? And I was like, oh dude, I need to go take a piss. And went upstairs, took a leak. And when I looked in the like washed my hands and looked in the mirror,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of had almost like an out of body experience when I looked in the mirror.
Yeah.
Because I was like, whoa, is this what I really look like? Like, that's who I am. Like it was like, it was weird, like
Yep.
looking at myself.
Yeah. I don't know. I think
Like
I
I
could
felt
be.
separate from myself. Just weird. Sorry to interrupt.
This was salvia.
Yeah.
It's such a weird thing. Everyone has like, it's like the same experience, but it's like different. Everyone always has some weird, like, kind of abstract story that makes no sense of like what they were experiencing, you know.
Dude, that's another reason why I was so attracted to psychedelics is because every time the experience was different. Something felt similar between all the trips, but every time I was like, I experienced something new, I would feel like, how is this possible?
Right.
Like when you and I would sometimes quote unquote like hallucinate the same type of thing, you know, it's like, how is that? I thought a hallucination was like only out of your eyes, like your mind is playing tricks on you. But if
Right.
somebody else sees that same hallucination, is it
Right.
a hallucination?
I don't know, dude.
Is it like seeing into a different dimension, like seeing through the veil? Like how they say, if there's things we can't see that are maybe in like, I don't know. If they say we live in the third dimension and they're like, if there's something out there in the fourth dimension or fifth, like sometimes I feel like when you're on a psychedelic, you can like kind of start to see into those.
Well, even yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it definitely could be something like that. Like that's what I feel like. I mean, the seeing stuff sometimes like I don't know, I've only ever seen things where it was like super out of the ordinary, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like a couple times just on stuff like mushrooms and acid, you know. But not like
Right.
crazy doses, you know. Like if you got a crazy dose, you're gonna be seeing all sorts of shit.
I would definitely take some crazy doses sometimes, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I've seen like cartoon characters or nothing like that. Maybe sometimes I'd get like ideas for a cartoon character, but
Right.
or I'd be watching TV and I'm like, their faces look weird, or other people's faces start to like look weird. Like I'd be on mushrooms and like a homie comes walking in, I'm like, dude, you like remind me of a bear or something, you know?
Yeah.
But I'd have to say when I would hallucinate or have visions, I would say the majority of the time it seemed like something like really like spiritual, like divine, like a mandalas.
Right.
And that, it's like a weird feeling of fear and comfort at the same time.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, man. But yeah, I don't know, like it's weird how everything seems so significant. Like it was like meant to be
Yeah, I have
type
those
shit.
moments still, like sober, where I'll like drop something and I'll be like,
Hmm.
wait, why did this happen? There's something significant happened in this moment. Like, I think like that still.
Just anything, yeah.
The name of things will still trip me out. Like, I don't know. Just like you say, the deeper meaning, especially under those types of conditions or mental states,
Well,
seem like really relevant sometimes.
I mean, it's a weird thing because like humans are like built to recognize like patterns and just anything really, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, even if you like have never like even smoked weed or anything, like you're still gonna like, you know, see faces in clouds and stuff like that, you know, and just pick up on patterns and things. And I think that's where like conspiracy theories kind of go wrong because, you know, certain questions, things that can't really even be proved, you know, like you could just you could ask questions all day and like maybe connect dots that like, you know, might make sense or not. But I don't know, man. I think there definitely is like, I don't know. Like there is something to the fact that like everything is connected, you know, and like we all do come from like the same stuff and just everything in the universe basically, you know, like it's all the same stuff. And the fact that we are connected and like people, you know, like all people are basically the same, you know. Um just like that's what I feel on psychedelics, you know, is just like kind of like just the raw truth of like everyone is the same, you know, like there's good people and there's bad people, but there's good and bad in every person, you know, like every person has um the capability to do like really bad things, you know, and really good things. And honestly, I think that's like part of the reason of like what's going on right now in like the world is the fact that like just people are so fucked up, you know, like just the thing that we are, like the animal that we are, like we're just fucked up. Like we fuck things up, you know, and we fuck each other up and we just, I mean, not to be like real pessimistic or anything, but it's just like that is a part of us, you know, like that's a part of people. And
Mm-hmm.
but there's this
Well,
other side
yeah.
that like when you get into like public and like you have to be professional and civil and stuff, so like there's this part of us that like pretends that we're not messed up, you know. It's like there's that kind of
Well, it's because there's something weird about how we have to like try or work to be good,
right.
you know? Like, where it's like to be bad
It's
at
easy.
something is easy,
Yeah,
but to be good at it is
yeah,
harder.
for
Or,
sure.
you know, just to be like, I'm not gonna, you know,
Not gonna
it,
punch this old lady in the face.
dude, I have to resist that every day. Like, I'll be
So
in line
hard
at the
right now.
grocery store. I'm like, she's got too many groceries in her cart. No, No.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
yeah, road rage.
yeah.
Just I'll have somebody driving on my ass, and I'm like, all I want to do is give him the finger.
But even just a matter of circumstance, just like if your life all of a sudden got like just terrible and or whatever, like the whole world like apocalypse now type shit or something. It's like depending on what situation you're in, like you don't really know what you would do until you're in that situation.
Yeah, and I can safely say that when I was, strung out on drugs and alcohol, I was often in more of a state like that of I would go into more manic or panic states. I had more fear of something bad's gonna happen. Um and or just the I was having this thought today where I would just think my life was so much worse than it actually was.
Yeah.
Or my days, I'd be like, today sucked. But
Hmm.
today I might have like I went to work on a Saturday, or yesterday we were having problems with our machine, and it was just like, we were trying to get this job done yesterday, and homie called in sick. He has an alcohol problem, and he's like, oh man, I think I got food poisoning.
Right.
I'm like, oh yeah, I felt that way before too.
Hmm.
And I even try to convince myself, like, yeah, I actually think I do have it. I'm not hungover,
Right.
but just those things that how, with my mania, the manic depression, is weird how I'd go from like, dude, everything's awesome. Like, I'm so fucking cool. Like you're saying, like, oh, you read a page in the journal. It's like, dude, you know what? I'm awesome. I'm feeling great. Like, just like my hair is so cool or whatever.
Right.
I was playing guitar today with the band, and it was awesome. We're going to be famous rock stars one day.
Hmm.
And then the other flip side of this bipolar coin would be like, I'm so depressed. My life sucks. I just wish I could like talk to girls and feel good about myself. But I'm worried I might just have a tiny, weird looking penis.
Right.
And it's just like all this self-conscious, like self-loathing, self-hate.
Yeah.
And it's like none of that's true. I hope.
Right.
But like I would just be so self-conscious about that stuff. I'm skinny. Oh no, I can my biceps aren't that big. I got chicken legs. Or you could see my ribs.
Hmm.
Just stuff like that. That's like self-consciousness.
Right.
When really there's somebody out there that is thinking the exact opposite about themselves. I don't know. Like they're like, I would be grateful to be skinny.
Or just kind of the same thing with like when we're talking about your own art, like you can't ever look at yourself the same way someone else is going to see you. When someone else sees you, um they for sure don't look at all the things that you look at.
Yeah, like my unibrow. No, they might look at that.
I mean, it's just like, and that's
Like he needs to
that
pluck that thing, He needs to get
that's
that
subjective
waxed.
too, though. Like one person might look at that and be like, nah, and someone else might be like, I like it.
They're like, I like guys with unibrows. I prefer they just grow out the unibrow.
Yeah.
You never know. Some people like beards. Some people like baby faces,
Mm-hmm.
and it is
True.
weird. Uh, it is strange how, again, as humans, we are all the same, you know, in ways where it's like, yeah, everybody grows nose hairs. Well, I think, unless you have alopecia. I don't know if you grow nose hairs with alopecia,
Right.
but whatever. We all gotta eat food and take a shit. You know,
Mm-hmm.
girls fart.
Right.
As much as I don't want to believe it's true.
Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah. But I don't know where I'm going with this conversation. But
Do we ever know?
no. I don't even know where I'm going in my life. That's why, you know, the ADD of the human species now
Mm-hmm.
is getting worse.
I feel it, man. It does
Yeah.
feel good to be basically off social media, though. The only thing I really scroll is Reddit.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Pornhub. Or I thought you were gonna say RedTube. No.
Yeah, that's where I get my.
Just scroll it all night long. No.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Eventually, information will get to me.
well, yeah, it is interesting. Uh, and again, that was another thing when I was in bad mental states. I could not handle social media. Nowadays, I pretty much I wish people happy birthday. You know, when Facebook's like, it's so and so's birthday today.
Right.
I wish them a happy birthday. I will like share a picture on my Instagram, which will transfer to my Facebook. That's like, you know, something good about life usually.
Mm-hmm.
And but before, sometimes I would just like vent on Facebook and be like, just say something super stupid or angry.
Yeah,
And I'm just like, I think back on that, I'm just like, man, what was I doing? Why did I think
for
that
sure.
was, why did I feel the need to do that? You
Yeah.
know?
It's I don't know, man. Like you want to be heard, you know, and you want to be validated or whatever. um
Oh, I want to be verified. I need my blue check mark to feel good about myself, okay?
do you hear about all that?
What?
What's going on with Twitter?
I've heard some buzz about some hullabaloo, but I haven't looked into it.
Well, Elon, he bought Twitter. Like, so he actually bought it for like 45 billion or something like that.
Jeez.
And then yeah, I guess he was doing it for like free speech, you know. He wanted to be like, oh, I own it now, so no one can like cancel me, you know, or like just like how they're doing with Donald Trump, you know, they suspended his account and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, and then so he said he was gonna start charging for the check mark. So all you had to do is pay $8 a month and you could get the verified check mark, you know. And
He's gonna
somebody,
rake it in.
I think it was Ethan Klein, he put his name as Elon Musk, but he put like parody account like in his bio and all that, you know.
Uh-huh.
So apparently people do that, you know, like they'll fake like their McDonald's or something, you know. It's just a parody account.
Right.
But yeah, I guess Ethan Klein did that as Elon Musk, and then he got banned for that. And then yeah, all these different parody accounts of like all these different companies. One of them was for like this pharmaceutical company, and this person made a parody account of them and then tweeted something like they were going to stop charging so much for insulin or something like that, you know, like all insulin is now free or something like that.
And they confused people or what?
Yeah, and they confused people and their stock plunged like 3% and they lost like 50 billion or something like that.
Well, I can understand how, you know, something like that shouldn't be, for the fact of like the negative effects it could have. Like, I'm like, yo, Ethan Klein's just trying to like fuck with people, or, you know, for the people out there that actually, you know.
Well, it's just funny because he bought Twitter because he is going against like woke culture, you know, and people canceling people for what they're saying, you know. And then he decided to charge because you never had to pay for Twitter before, you know. And to get the verified check mark, you had to actually get verified, you know, you had to be famous or something. But he decided to charge for that.
That's stupid. That's, in my mind, I'm like, that's fucking bullshit. Everybody, I think the verification should be like a government type of thing where it's like, yo, you are who you say you are.
Well, they do that on like on Tinder. You can be verified just with your picture, just so it
yeah, like that
it shows that you're the person who you say you are.
I think that's just my opinion.
Anything,
but I think that it's like I should be able to get on Twitter or Instagram or whatever and be like, look, I don't need 10,000 followers to verify that I'm me. Oh, I have to be famous or halfway famous to get a blue check mark. Why? So I look more important than other people?
yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, and that's some bullshit.
Fucking bullshit, man.
That's some
But
what?
well, I was just gonna say Elon, he made it so you could just pay for it, you know, and you could get verified. But then people started trolling all over the place and he took it back. So can't do that anymore.
What? Get verified for $8?
Yeah.
I think you should not do that. I think you should be free if you just validate your identity.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be. And
Or
he said
just
that once upon a
don't go
time.
on Twitter.
I don't go on Twitter because
It's bad.
well, I don't really follow many people.
It is like it's got its own kind of like way of doing things, you know, just like any other social media site. So like the funny stuff is
that you're interested in.
Well, just the way it works, you know, and the way people use it, you know. Some of it is super fucking funny and some people are hella funny, but there's just so many. It's just like Reddit is like that too, but or any place people can comment is going to be like that. But Reddit is kind of cool because it has like the upvote system, you know, so it is kind of hive mindy, you know. Each subreddit is kind of its own like echo chamber, but it's, I don't know, it's a little different because, you know, like the best comments go to the top. I mean, I guess YouTube does that now too, right? Like most Instagram does that. Facebook probably does that now too. Like the top upvoted comment goes to the top.
Maybe, probably. Yeah, that makes sense. Or I thought it was always like a time thing, like whoever comments first, it would be at the top. But it does make sense to like show the most interactive or the one that's being most well received.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it is on Reddit, like by design. Like the most upvoted comment will go to the top. That way it's the most relevant to that.
I don't know if YouTube's totally like that because I'll scroll through sometimes in the comments and there'll be different amounts of likes on them and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And it's interesting just to see, what people are interested in, how they interact with each other online.
Whoops. Damn
And
it.
I don't know. It's
Accidentally opened Fruity Loops.
oh, but yeah, I don't know. I'm still trying to become a little more conscious of what kind of content I create and share. And I'm trying to get better about what will actually interest people.
Right.
And because in my mind, I'm like, it might take me. Yeah, I've been doing this stuff for years, and it's interesting to see like what works, what doesn't work. And one day I still want to make a career out of it. It doesn't have to be my main thing, but YouTube has always been one of my like I've always done it no matter what.
Right.
But to be able to, build a good audience and make more money to put into YouTube, I would love that.
Mm-hmm.
Even like Mr. Beast, where it's like, dude, I just want to make money from these YouTube videos and then put them back into the videos.
Right.
You know, I could still find other ways through the audience to be like, yo, I'm selling merch, or they're listening to my music more now, or this or that, and that's helping me make money to pay bills. But YouTube it's still an ongoing I guess you could say it's a dream sort of, but it's pretty much still my reality.
Yeah, dude.
What about you? You haven't been doing podcasts recently, huh?
No, I haven't. I haven't felt like doing it, and I've been just like overthinking it, So I just really
Probably
want.
burning a lot of energy in life too.
Yeah, for sure is that. It's like I'll plan on doing it during the weekend, and then I'm just like tired.
I hear you.
But it's like it's not even just sitting down and talking. I'm like, I want to have interesting things to talk about. So finding those things, that takes time, and
Mm-hmm.
then really like thinking about those things and like maybe researching and like getting more information on that, like that takes time. Um, but if I was just to sit down and ramble, I don't know, I don't think that'd be that bad. Like I just got to think of it more of like it's just practice, practice being on camera, practice editing and putting the videos together, and you know, title and thumbnail and just all that stuff, because I do eventually want to do like creative videos, actually putting together like ideas or skits or just talking about topics or,
Mm-hmm.
maybe showing some like creative stuff like drawing or painting or
I think
just
if you
whatever.
did that as well, like even just made shorts
Yeah.
that were like, set up your camera or your phone. I don't know how much space, like a good video would take up in your phone or how much space you have, but to like set up your camera, you got like a little ring light stand for your camera or your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like set that up, looking at your piece of paper and draw something
Right.
and then fast motion it
Mm-hmm.
with a little bit of music.
Yeah,
I love watching stuff like that.
for sure.
I think other people do too. And even just for like James the Fountain channel
Yeah.
or James the Fountain art, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
Or
I think that would be cool to see your process.
for sure. I think it'd be cool too. I've never seen it except when I'm doing it hella slow.
And then you'll probably, you know, you'll almost like get addicted to that,
Hmm.
especially if it starts getting well received,
Yeah, dude.
you know.
I mean, I've been having fun with it. Stoked to paint a couple paintings. I want to do something like I said I want to do something abstract, but I want to do something like some sort of character or something cool.
Like an abstract character or like a real, like a goblin.
Just anything, yeah. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll do a goblin. I
Sweet.
kind of want to do something for my cousins because they just moved into their new place.
Mm.
It'd be cool to give them a little something.
Yeah, paint their house with a goblin underneath it and be like, yo, dude, there's like a little troll that lives underneath your house.
That's funny because it's like a duplex situation, but they live upstairs and there's another people that live below them.
Oh, family of goblins.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice. Well, yeah, we'll I guess probably let you get to your night too. And
Yeah, I'm getting tired, bro.
yeah, man, me too. It's been a good chat. And I
For
still want to
sure.
do some music and creative stuff with you. I need to go through my folders and sit down and make some stuff because I still have these goals to do tied to my creations. But one of these days we'll get a
Yep.
little creative together, but at least we're doing some podcasting.
For sure, dude.
I'm gonna try to go through this one and chop out some sections.
Yeah.
But yeah, brother. Thanks for the conversation.
Hell yeah.
I hope that, you know, life keeps going good
Yep. Yep.
and hope to see some of your videos here soon.
For sure,
Artistic
bro.
videos would be cool. I love
Yeah.
listening to the podcast too.
Hell yeah, bro.
But I do like the idea, like you were saying, of topic. Like I'd like to see one of them videos of you sometime that's like, you know how you're like, I want to kind of research a little something. You were talking about doing another channel, but I mean, just something like that being even on Dumbhead podcast, I'd be interested in.
Yeah, I mean, that was what I was thinking too, was like if I was gonna do a podcast with just me looking at the camera, like it might be a little more entertaining to have something popping up on the screen
Yeah,
here and there, you know. But
yeah,
so that was where I kind of was like, it just takes a lot of work to do this idea that I have in my head. And even if I just had one more day off a week, like, you know, because Saturday and Sunday off is just enough time to like get shit done and get rested for the next week, you know.
yeah. I hear you. It's crazy how much life gets consumed by responsibility.
Yeah, man. But there is time, you know, I just gotta make the time. But at the same time, I'm always doing something, you know. I feel like I feel like drawing. I don't know, man, like cuz like I never draw. Like I never draw. Like if I just practice, you know,
Just draw, dude.
for
Like
sure.
drawing has always been one of your natural. I don't know if natural. I think it is a natural talent and like almost. Well, it's probably like a God-given gift. If I do like to believe in stuff like that, where it's like, yo, James can draw, and maybe the guy that lives next door, he can't draw. He might try to sit down and practice it, but it don't come to him like it comes to you.
Well, everyone's got to practice. Like, I don't know. Some people are just different parts of their brain work differently, observing things and all different types of stuff. But yeah, that's how I feel, man. I'm like, it's the one thing I could truly say is like a gift, because like I don't really have to try like that, where it's like, music sometimes it's like you're kind of shooting in the dark. Feels like sometimes, is that the saying? Is that how it goes?
Yeah, like
Right.
shot in the dark. Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know. It's in my family, like on my dad's side is tons of artists. My grandpa was half famous Western artist type guy,
Blue check mark? Did he have his blue check mark?
I mean,
Just kidding.
whatever the equivalent was back then.
Word. It's just word around town. People know the name. Back in the day,
Yep.
Even still nowadays, like that's hopefully we continue to like revert back to that. Like in the construction industry, it's pretty much all word of mouth.
For
Like
sure.
around here, like you could run an ad on the radio, but that's
Yep.
another reason I like to have social media a bit, is be like, yo, I got a Facebook page for my construction where there were with some pictures of the work. But I just try not to be all personal too much, and especially not opinionated. That just leaves room for people to argue their opinion. I'm like, I don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear my opinion. I don't want to hear their opinion.
For sure.
But
yeah,
all right, brother. Maybe one of these days I'll pose and you can draw me.
That'd be cool. I'll do that.
It'll just be me and a basket of fruit. No.
Yeah. That'll be next album cover.
Hell yeah. Well,
Hell yeah,
sweet,
brother.
bro. Love you, dog.
Love you too, bro.
You stay cool. Actually, stay warm.
Oh yeah, I'm all layered up today, man. I got
North
3
Face,
pairs
bro.
of pants on, 5 shirts. Yep.
It is getting chilly.
Yeah.
How many pairs of underwear? None? You're like,
-3.
-3.
Yep. Interdimensional underwear, man.
Oh, nice, man.
I don't even want to know.
Yeah. You're just fucking up some black holes out there. Is that?
Yep.
That's what's going on. The asshole's a black hole.
Yep.
To another dimension. That's why. That's why I don't be going into none. No.
It's dangerous.
Coming out of them.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
All right,
Have a good night.
Word.
Signing off.
Peace.
All right. See you next time.
Yeah. Later.
Later.